Hello, hello. I have returned. That's the wrong scene. There it is. So, not much has happened in the meantime. Yeah. But I have some time today, and I'm feeling up to it. And I just unlocked both the Pelupelu and Mamool Ja quests. I technically unlocked the Pelupelu a couple days ago, but I didn't run the Mamool Ja quests the same day as I unlocked the Society, so that needed an extra run. But you know, so today I'm going to go through the Pelupelu quests, the Mamool Ja, and then the Reaper job quests, and I have nothing else planned. Yeah, I think that that's about all the preamble I need. Quite short. Arntel, so good to see you again. Thanks to you, the Turali Travel Agency is almost ready to open for business. Though, truth be told, we've already taken our first booking, and so soon after we started promoting our services to the Yodal. A momentous occasion indeed. Our first customer is a Hetsaro named Sia. Apparently, he works for the Wing of Reflection in the capital. He's traveling by alpaca and should arrive at any moment now. I'd like you to join me in giving him a warm Kozama Uko welcome. I've got a few loose ends to tie up here, but I'll join you by the entrance when I'm done. Let's wait by the entrance. Sia ought to be here at any moment. I'll be along as soon as I finish up here. Haha, no. Tia, I presume. Well, welcome. How was your journey? Particularly bad today. Oh, I'm not wearing my glasses. That's certainly not making things any easier. Yeah, this is me both pre-caffeinated and off my morning routine, so I'm being double debuffed. It's great. Well met, Leplu. Thanks to my fuzzy friend here, I had a delightful trip. It speaks volumes that you've partnered with the porters to ensure your customers are well cared for. What a spectacular place this is. The journey alone has raised my expectations. Such breathtaking views. I've always longed to explore Yogg-Toral, but I lacked the courage to take that first step. So when I heard of your adventure, Leplu, I couldn't believe my luck. I look forward to seeing what you've got in store for me. You won't soon forget your time here. That's a Turali Travel Agency guarantee. Where's my mouse? Oh no, that could have been bad. Well, without further ado, let's get you registered. If you head to the reception, I'll be with you shortly. Still sitting on my glasses. You know, I really got to get around to like updating my description. It's been like 5 years, and I'm starting to feel it, man. I have a small favor to ask. Sia has requested a guided tour. I'd hate for something to happen to our very first guest. Having you keep an eye on things would take a weight off my mind. May I impose upon you to accompany Sia and his guide as they explore the local area? I'm used to escort quests, as long as I'm not shoveling shit. Excellent. Well, I'd better go ahead and deal with the paperwork. Come and find me when you're ready. Oh, there are a couple interesting things that have happened. Google finally murdered uBlock. Just completely disabled it. The only way I could find that would allow me to re-enable it again was to like go and do registry edits. Fuck that noise. So they finally inconvenienced me enough where I took the about 30 minutes it took to swap over to Firefox. Yeah. It was more tedious than people had made it out to me, but not by much. So, you know, I officially fully swapped over to Firefox. I know, big fucking deal. But, you know, and it's fine so far. Certain sites load a little slower than I'm used to, but it's barely noticeable, you know? You know, I'll be hooking it up on my phone pretty soon here too, because I just, you know. And in fun news, because I always keep my task manager open on my second monitor. Firefox is currently at 14, whatever that little number in the parentheses means. I find coincidences like this entertaining. I'd be lying if I said I wasn't a little nervous. Apparently, tours are specially tailored to customers' requests. Just to confirm, you booked the Hanu Hanu culture experience, correct? That is Alt-Tab. Uh-oh. I fixed it. That's right. If I could squeeze in a spot of fishing too, that'd be wonderful. I'm a keen angler in my spare time, you see. Absolutely. In that case, we can stop by breath between on our route. But first, I'll give you a thorough tour of our village. Now, customer safety is paramount for the Turali Travel Agency, which is why our special advisor Arantel will be joining you. You were part of the Dawn Servant's entourage during the Rite of Succession, weren't you? Everyone at the Wing of Reflection knows your exploits well. How reassuring that you'll be watching over us. Likewise, it's heartening to have you with us. And on that note, shall we make our way to Akanu? Safe travels. I hope you have a wonderful time. I'm sure there's no cause for concern, but I'm trusting you to keep our very first customer safe. I'm genuinely really excited to use my Reaper thumbnail. I'm quite happy with it. It's very simple, right? As all of my thumbnails are, but I think it's a good screenshot. It's one of my better ones from my from the job selection IMO. I mean, I still have to try and think of a better option for Viper. I want the thumbnail for the Unlockathon is just a collage of a 320 pixel wide cut of a screenshot from each of the areas I unlocked and things I did. And for the Pictomancer and Viper job quest speedrun bits, I just took slices of the thumbnails I'm going to use for the third job quest streams, and I want nothing more than for that to be the only instance where that Viper screenshot is used. I just can't think of anything better than that. I don't think I've shown it on stream, because why the fuck would I? But it's just standing in front of the Hydra trial from ARR, because, like, big monster, I guess, right? But, I don't know, I thought about doing, like, the Rathalos. So, like, what I really wish, and I had the same issue with, Summoner, and, I'm reasonably happy with what I did for Summoner, but it's still not quite what I wanted. I really wish there was a way to enter, like, trials in explorable mode, where, like, the boss is like in the arena in their, like, default positioning, but there's like no collision, no interaction. It's just the model idling there, and then you can spawn in the striking dummy, and you can use your LB3 or whatever. I think that'd be so cool, but alas. And I definitely talked about it in a prior stream, but surely there's a way to, like, make your character do the animation in G-pose with mods, but, thanks, no, I'll pass. Appreciate it, though. You know, it's just not worth it for the screenshot. You know, I did just go into, like, how much of an inconvenience I have to be at to put in 30 minutes of work to swap over my browser, so it's like, but yeah, man, because like I really wish I had a good way to get, like, a screenshot of the Viper doing the like reawaken combo. That's all I can think of, honestly, because their LB is pretty good too, but like going at a boss, and I just have no ideas. I guess the only idea I kinda have would require me to get another person. Where can you even enter G-pose when you're in combat, though? Hang on. I don't think that you can hide entities when you're in combat in G-pose. Hello, how's it going? Oh shit! Okay, but, like, the striking dummies aren't going away. I have questions now, hang on. We're in science mode. Detour. You there? I require you for science. Oh shit! No way! I like how I've almost killed it just with autos. Well, that's, I have some plans now. They really need to lower the aggro range on striking dummies. Leave me alone. Anyway, I have some plans now, but that can wait. Is it because, like, most bosses I'd want to use, like, I can tank like 20-30 seconds of them just wailing on me, like, guaranteed. Interesting. And so you see, I remember that boat. During the Rite of Succession, Dawn servant Wuklamat helped us restore the lifting of wings, Ihihana, to its former glory. This is the float that was repaired for the festival. Ah, I'd heard tales, but to see the real thing is something else entirely. I'm starting to get a sense of how important reeds are to the Hanu. Not to mention how many different things you use them for. Cooking, construction, the list goes on. Fascinating. Nothing can make me happier than seeing other Turali take an interest in our culture. That alone makes the job worthwhile. Now that you've visited Akanu, let's head for Breath Between and see if those fish are biting today. Oh, and in case you were wondering, we even use reeds as bait. How does that work? Are there? I mean, there probably are. But are there reed-eating fish? Maybe it's less that it's bait and more that they construct like lures. I can believe that. That tracks. Like reeds grow in waters. Like surely there are like reed-eating fish. Hmm. Oh shit! I saved it. It doesn't get much better than this. I'm glad to see you're enjoying yourself. It isn't every day you get to cast your line in such beautiful surroundings. I'll be coming back with my own gear, that's for sure. We Hanu love to feel the wind in our feathers as we fish. It is as though we are cradled by... It is the X, man. What sound does X even make? She? Shy? Kishihi? Maybe? This character's divine protection from head to talent. Say, I don't suppose you know of any fishing spots off the beaten trail. There are a few anglers here besides us, and I haven't haven't had a single bite yet. Perhaps Cave Kiki Titola would fit the bill. It's a modest walk away, but the fish are plentiful, and one may cast their line in peace and quiet. That sounds perfect. If it's not too much trouble, I'd love to make the trip. My only concern is the fiends, but I ought to do all I can to accommodate Tia's wishes. Of course, let's make our way there, onward to Cave Kikitola. Perhaps I should walk ahead. Just an idea. Oh, no, what's up? Oh, he means in the cave. Ow. I should be reading these. The sound of flowing water echoes throughout the cavern as you scan your surroundings and listen intently for signs of trouble. Fortunately, no beasts reveal themselves to you. So much context, gone forever, like tears in the rain. He says, making a reference he likely does not understand the full context of. The sound of flowing water echoes throughout the cavern as you scan your surroundings and listen intently for signs of trouble. Fortunately, no beasts reveal themselves to you. In the darkness, something hungers. A foul presence draws near with murderous designs. You said... Wait, what's it? I want to catch him alive. Those are all singular. There are multiple monsters. I have been lied to. I didn't even get to do my finisher. You, Glowfly, your time is nigh. Perish. How... Oh, it did die. Cool. Grams outside. Take all the time you need. I'm quite happy standing here enjoying the scenery. Aha, a remarkable spot indeed. Makes all those hours chained to my writing desk worthwhile. Can we stay here a little longer? What an excellent catch. Thanks for bringing me here. Oh, the pleasure's all mine. If it pleases you, we can have the cook serve your fish at your next meal. And leftovers may be dried and prepared as a treat for the journey home. My, that sounds absolutely lovely. And with that, let us return to Doc Poga. Thank you again for standing watch at our tour. On our tour. You see, Twitch is acting like my bitrate is unstable as hell, and yet I have no dropped frames, and I do not believe I've dropped below 6,000 a single time. Like, it's spiking. Oh, wait, no. I did drop below 6K. Interesting. All I'm saying is, I think Twitch is being a little too sensitive. Yoink. Oh, but my progress. Oh shit! I haven't been. I forgot to run my variant dungeon yesterday. Unfortunate. I will have to do 2 today to make up for it. Sorrow. I'm gradually working on the Ultimog. Where is it? Alkendium. Gradually. I wonder if those are any faster if you get other people with you. Like I'm sure I could get like 3 or 4 other people, or I guess 3 because it's a 4-person run. Just like, no, I didn't know. What am I doing? My speedrunner brain kicked in. Fuck. Ah, well, welcome back. Tia and Zihali just returned. And I didn't talk to them either. What a wonderful experience. Not only did I learn about the area and its people, but the tour was tailored to my every whim. This will be the talk of Tuli Yolal. That said, I couldn't help but notice one glaring flaw. You're aware of what I speak, aren't you, Arentel? Did something happen during the tour? I had to murder a monster, but I don't know. I may have had to dispatch a few ravenous fiends. How didn't you note it? You did indeed, yes. Albeit so swiftly that I never felt as though I was in danger. You dealt with these fiends by yourself. Are you all right? It is literally my job. There are few who could have handled the creatures so effortlessly, and that's where the problem lies. One day you will take your leave of the Turali Travel Agency, and they will be hard pressed to find someone of comparable skill. How then is your agency to ensure the safety of future guests, I wonder? You make up with numbers? You have like 2 or 3 guards instead of just me? I see what you're saying. Having our intel here with us is truly a blessing, but not a blessing we can rely upon forever. Exactly. Customer safety should be a core pillar of your business. You'll need stronger measures in place to account for any dangers that may arise. I should mention that the Wing of Reflection considers tourism to be a vital part of our nation's future, all the more so as we forge ties with foreign powers and promote the exchange of cultures moving forward. Complications notwithstanding, I'm glad I could personally experience the joys of sightseeing. Please don't hesitate to consult with us so we may iron out any other issues and nurture this industry together in the months and years to come. we should be glad to do so, and may I say that devising a security plan that doesn't require our resident adventurer will be a top priority. I feel ashamed. It never crossed my mind that entrusting our safety to Arntel alone might be a problem. I'd like to do my part to protect our guests during their stay. I think I speak for all my fellow guests when I say that. Perhaps our special advisor would be willing to train us. A wonderful idea. Your skill with wind magics is a boon for sure, but your local knowledge and expertise dealing with the region's fiends makes you all the more qualified for this duty. Still, to be safe, I propose we assign 2 guides per tour group. That way, we alleviate the burden and better guarantee group safety. Though, we will need proper facilities, a place to train, and space to house supporting staff. It could amount to quite the expenditure. My inner abacus is clacking away. It's telling me this is a prime investment opportunity, made possible because we identified the problem early. Of course, we're still counting on your help, Arntel. There's plenty to be done besides guide training and warding off fiends. We may have welcomed our first customer, but the real test is yet to come. Is that Wookie Varoo? You know, I'm something of a white mage myself. A new guide training facility has been established at the Turali Travel Agency's base of operations, where candidates may look to your example as they hone their skills. The new policy of assigning two guides to each group will ensure none come to harm in your absence. Continue assisting Pelupelu and her associates, and ensure visitors leave refreshed, reinvigorated, and ready to spread the word about Kozama Uka's all-new tourist enterprise. Let's go. Let's go. I've reached trusted. Woo! Alright, and I'm not doing these quests because then actually they would be even because that'd be 3, and then the Mamool Ja will get another 3 after I complete theirs. I'll think about it. Anyway, next stop, Mamook. I will do this on Botanist. I've been doing all of it on Botanist. For no particular reason, if I'm being entirely honest. Arntel, did you see? The plants Angir brought from Charlian are growing. They're actually growing. All is going to plan so far, yes, but overconfidence begets error. In truth, we've detected evidence of harmful insects upon our crops recently. Insects? Can't we just stamp them out? If only it were so simple. Everyone you find represents another hidden 10, another 100 indeed. We may be facing an infestation of thousands if left unchecked. Which is why we must find a companion plant for our crops post-haste. As the name suggests, companion plants support each other's growth in myriad ways, not least of all in deterring pests. While these samples I've brought with me should thrive in this particular etheric environment, their efficacy against local fauna has yet to be tested. We would be wise to pick a local variety of plant for the job instead. In other words, we need a plant native to these forests that will repel those insects. Precisely. Might you have any suggestions? What about trees of living light? What about some kind of seedkin? What about some kind of seedkin? Let's go! Bring in the manticoras. I hadn't even considered the possibility, but such a creature may be exactly what we need. Survey local seedkin. Surely local seedkin have adapted to repel insects that plague their own bodies. What about a branch bear? It looks like a bird, but it's actually an ambulatory plant. I've heard it emits these great bursts of energy to ward off pests. Sounds like it may be worth our time to capture one. Can you do it? Leave it to me. We Dopero are used to taming all sorts of beasts, not just weaveries. But on the off chance that the creature becomes aggressive, I'll need someone to back me up in a fight. Will you come along? I mean, I'm not geared up to be in combat, but then I'll leave the matter to you both. In the meantime, I'll investigate the scope of the damage done by these insects. The sooner we return, the better. Let's meet up northwest of it's not even a hard one. Golmagic Grove. We're sure to find branch bearers there. There is already I knew it! I'm correct. Yeah, so there's already a Weavery mount. Which you get from Mordona. And it is the same creature, yeah? It is. What's the mount gonna be? Weavery mount remastered, now with twice the pixels. I don't know. Alternatively, if we're about to capture what I think we are, that'd be a pretty rad mount. That may. I don't think anything's ever going to beat out the missive. Oh, it's these. They're pretty cool. I'd use that mount. I would add that to the rotation. I don't know what I dropped, but... Shit, wrong button. Maybe I dropped the, what's the Sophic Lantern. There should be plenty of branch bearers around here. They mimic birds to attract carnivores, then leech energy from their would-be predators. In theory, either of us could act as a decoy to lure one over, but that may well end in violence. Taming creatures is about trust, after all, not physical dominance. I'd like to make it an offering instead, something rich in the energies it likes. Are you up to the task? Excellent. Then could you bring me some glowing seeds from Cenote Neozote? Contact with the meteorites there should make them particularly potent. While you tend to that, I'll scout out a good candidate. Did you find something our branch bearer might like? Lamano? I mean, I gotta unlock the rest of the Gwivers at some point, too. By the end of this expansion, I should be able to solo everything but Seed of Sacrifice. Bah. Bah. Let's fucking go. Oh, I should have grabbed his crystals. I'll do it now. Did you find something our branch bearer might like? Looks like almonds? Even richer in energies than I imagined. The rest you can leave to me. I'll show you traditional Duppero taming at its best. I have high expectations. Do not let me down. Oh, well, what's that? Oh, no. Oh, it's Sunday! Yeah. Sorry, my phone is just yelling at me for using it too much. Here it comes. You know what? They're pretty cool. I do kind of sort of wish that, like, they leaned a bit further down passively. You know, like, more in line with the like a chocobo's posture. But they're pretty cool. If that's the mount, I will be thoroughly pleased. In fact, the more I look at it, the cooler I think it is. There, little one. I'm glad you accepted my gift. It represents the bond we share as beings of this forest. All's well that ends well, as you can see. Not to say I emerged completely unscathed, but so it goes sometimes. Once it realized I meant no harm, we came to an understanding. The Duppero magics I cast on what you brought me certainly didn't hurt my chances either. Anyway, let's have Engir take a look and see if our new friend will benefit our garden. Do we know what they are yet? Hang on. Mamool Ja Society. Gabrolo. That's just the point. I wanna know what you can buy. A framework. There it is. It is a branch bearer. Okay. I'm excited now. Let's go. Let's fucking go. What's the Pelupelu map? Okay, no, yeah. We're not doing Reaper today. P-E-L-U. Pelupelu. Okay, let's try that again. Are they not called the Pelupelu? No, they definitely... Oh, I'm putting... No, there's no space. 10-hour quest, or a 10-hour stream. It is a punity. Okay, I guess. I have no opinion on the punity, gonna be honest. I'm sure some people will fucking love having a humanity mount, but I'm indifferent. This thing's rad as hell, though. Like, the fucking turnaround I've had. Thanks to your offering, this little one will hardly leave my side. Little one, yes, tiny, small. Amazing camera angle. I've studied my share of seedkin. I've never seen anything quite like this. This specimen. It's a marvel. I hope it can help with our pest problem. That's a cool effect. Well, it's made itself right at home. An etheric emission so potent you can see it. No doubt this is an instinctual measure taken against irritants. And given its amicable behavior, it seems keen on protecting us as well. If we can direct its attentions to our granary, I dare say the plague of insects won't stand a chance. Will you help protect our little garden? Yeah. I'll take that as a yes. I'll have my colleagues tame more of these fine creatures. Wonderful. Let us coordinate our efforts with the branch bearers to create a hospitable environment for our crops. You sleepy plant. They seem the best of friends, do they not? You were successful in befriending beneficial companions for the granary. Thanks to the branch bearer's etheric emissions, Gok Golmo's crops are no longer harrowed by pests. Mamook's first harvest brings with it both wonder and delight. Continue your efforts to help support the Mamool Ja and their burgeoning hopes. Crops. Hopes. I was right. Let's go. Okay, and with that, that's all. Okay, so I will be doing these off stream, not on stream. So with that, next up is just the Reaper quests. There should be a new game plus, right? Right? Archer, Viper, Reaper. Beautiful. Bannerland. So an interesting thing about Reaper. I have not read the first quest of Reaper. Because when I was running through Endwalker the first time, the Zodiark queue was going for so fucking long that I was like, you know, fuck it, I'm just gonna go unlock a Reaper while I wait. Fucking Dynamis. Like, oh no, it wasn't Dynamis. Oh, that was still Primal, wasn't it? Because Dynamis didn't come out until like patch 6.1, right? Regardless, Q was taking a long fucking time. So I go and I start unlocking Reaper, and I'm like right in the middle of that first cutscene that plays, and the IQ pops. I'm like, well, fuck, guess I'm doing that. So there will be exactly like 4 lines of dialogue that I have never seen. What are you? Oh, you are the person I need to talk to. Anyway, I have to go close my door. I'm also going to walk around for a minute. Kind of an early break, but it should be a short one. So I will be right back. I'm back. Right, let's get right into it. Oh, wait, no, first things first. Hat off. You there, you're the fighting sort, yes? And by the looks of it, one of no mean skill. My employer is in desperate need of a man of your talents. You see, he's been beset by threats from an unsavory group of thugs known as the Lemures. Their leader demands my master part with some of his considerable wealth, or, well, I'll just tell you they call her the Reaper, and leave the rest to your imagination. We don't intend to acquiesce to these churlish demands without a fight, and a stout arm by our side would go far to ensure our survival. Your arm, perhaps. In case the opportunity to perform a good deed isn't enticement enough, please be reminded that my master possesses considerable wealth. If you would aid us, come with haste to the Sapphire Avenue Exchange, where we make our stand against these brutes. Man, these Reapers sound like a bunch of evil. Ne'er-do-well is like just a shorthand for never do well. Like they like only do bad things, right? Like that's not like secretly bad, right? Hang on. I just want to make sure that ne'er-do-well isn't like secretly a slur. As he says it like 5 more times, right? I'm correct. Never do well. It should be an okay word still. I love these little side quests. Anyway. Oh, look, it's an ne'er-do-well. Thank you. The deep-seated roots of my memory for just plucking shit like that out of the aether. I appreciate it. Every now and again, I just pull out a fucking like archaicism, and I'm like, in hindsight, like, has this aged poorly? Is this like a slur now? Was it a slur then, and I just lack the context because I'm deciding to use slang from the fucking 60s? Am I the villain? Ah, you've come. I knew you were every ilm the brave warrior I thought you to be. Oh, it's a Lalafell? I got some bad vibes going on right now. And he's got a mustache? Very bad vibes. Ah, you. I know why you're here. If you mean to lay a finger on my coin purse, I'll have to pry it. You'll have to pry it from my cold, lifeless Master Gigi Lio. He's a friend. This adventurer has agreed to help. We'll show the Reaper what her empty intimidations are worth. Ah, I see. My apologies, sir. Tensions have been high as of late, and I'm sure you can understand. For reasons that elude me, these Lemures have made my life a waking nightmare. Sight unseen, they've demanded I begin paying them for the luxury of my own life. Rumors abound of their origins. Some say they are the detritus of some barbaric nation. They flout our laws and threaten their betters with impunity. They're led by a dead-eyed killer who draws her scythe at the smallest slight, refuse their payments of coin, and she takes her scythe to her share of your life's blood instead. Rubbish, I say. The Reaper is naught but a toothless bandit. What's going on there? I can't. What? Interesting theory you have there. Care to test it? You're the Reaper. No, I'm the Reaper. They're also Reaper though, so you know. Oh, you're a perceptive one, ain't you? Suppose that's how you came to be in possession of so many shiny things. What do we have here? Hire in more help while our ledgers remain unbalanced. You wouldn't be trying to wriggle your way out of paying us for a job well done, would you? You've hired these Lemirs before? My, how do you keep the lies straight? You didn't tell your hired muscle here what great friends you were. So great, in fact, that you trusted none other than me and mine to put the scare into your competition. A job we were happy to do. You can't find your fortune in this fair city without stepping over a few bodies on the way, after all. But as flexible as our morals are, I'm afraid without the coin to bend them, we only have one recourse. Unless... One does wonder how you found yourself with a bodyguard of such uncommon metal. Pure luck. Aye, not an ounce of fear in that gaze, and not a mote of puffed up arrogance either. This lad, my dear Gigi Leo, is a genuine article. He has what we in the mercenary trade call the killer instinct. I know that game. How's this? For the sake of our long-standing friendship, I'll make it simple. Allow me to take this adventure off your hands, and the debt is forgiven. What? That's all? I believe this is what them in your trade call a bargain. As for you, adventurer, it seems you've been made a free agent. But if you're still inclined to put those instincts of yours to use, come and visit our headquarters in Pearl Lane. The door's open. Please, you must do as the Reaper asked. If you don't, I fear she might return for her wages, and this time demand interest. Well, that went about as well as can be expected. At least I think it. Payment, you say. Regretfully, it seems your contract has changed hands. Ah, classic Ul'dah, never change. The boss told me you'd be along. Coming in. You get one. You get one read, gate guard. Enjoy it. Never again. This is it. This is the cutscene. Boss, the guest of honor has arrived. Ah, the savior of Alamigo and Doma deigns to appear before me. I've heard all about you. It's hard not to in this line of work. The stories paint you as ferocity incarnate, a force of nature few have survived. Peace, friend. I've no desire to put the killer to the proof personally. I don't have a death wish. You can call me Dursula. I'm a Reaper, one of many, and the leader of this little family here. As to why I invited you into our home. There's a job I'd like you to take care of for me. Depends on the job. Now, don't worry that virtuous heart of yours, eh? I wouldn't ask you to do so much as bend the law. The job is purely for the benefit of your fellow man. All you have to do is kill one for me. Though kill ain't the right word, seeing as he's already dead. Don't look so surprised. I know you've seen the dead walk. This time you'd be up against the Void Scent, come here to unleash its singular brand of wickedness upon the world. It won't be an easy task. The evil driving this monster is black as the void and near as deep. Countless souls have succumbed to its hunger, worthy prey for one inclined to heroics, don't you think? You can't face it as you are, though. Storied as your strength may be, I'll need to train you in techniques. Techniques that'll let you pierce the void and slaughter its kin. Keep talking. Don't see many Garleans in Ul'dah, do you? Let alone one as savage as this. Save your startled gasps. I'm not out of surprises yet. It's a rock! Hold your hand out to the crystal here. If you're made of the stuff I think you are, then you're in for a treat. That's it. I knew you had what it takes. This would be an avatar, a manifestation of your essence and the Stygian power of the Void Scent on the other side. A Void Scent to which, if you so choose, you will bind to yourself. You'll gain skills unlike anything you've ever known. Skills that have allowed people like me to operate in the shadows and kill those that need killing since time immemorial. And your first assignment, should you walk this path, is to use the power of one Void Scent against another for the betterment of the realm. Your reward will be the wisdom of countless generations of Garlean assassins. But if siding with my kind makes your stop— oh god, I didn't get to read that. If the thought of having one foot in the void makes you stop, please. And if you've any concern for the sanctity of your soul, then take your virtue and piss off. But if siding with my kind makes your stomach churn, then take your indignation and piss off. If the thought of having one foot in the void makes your stones shrivel in your belly, then take your cowardice and piss off. And if you've any concern for the sanctity of your soul, then take your virtue and piss off. However, if you've none of the aforementioned objections, and don't take mind walking the knife's edge twixt life and death, then you'll have the tools to see your justice done and done right every time. This is the choice you must make, and soon. Every moment our quarry stalks the land is another opportunity for it to do harm. I take it you've come to a decision, am I right? There'll be no turning away once you've chosen, mind you. You'll dance with death and return as its envoy, or you won't return at all. So what'll it be? I will not suffer this void send to threaten the innocent. I will dance. Very good. Then let's not waste time. Take up this crystal and attest to both worlds that you walk as a reaper. Bind yourself to the void and claim the strength that the weak of heart shun. Though the avatar at your side, through the avatar at your side, does the void sent bring its power to bear, feeding upon the souls of the fiends you cut down in return. Not a bad arrangement, huh? Is it on the table? It's not on the table. But I'm sure you tire of words. Here, the traditional weapon of our order. Let's see how it looks strapped to your back. Reaper unlocked. Unlocked. Man, this is one hell of a scythe. You're just handing these out. Anyway. How do you find the weight of the scythe in your hands? Please and I hope. Now that we have a bit more in common, it's time we become better acquainted. What's the name of our newest reaper? You were able to gather who I am, but not my name? Arentel. It doesn't quite roll off the tongue, but so it is with Eorzean names. With every new one I learn, one more is forgotten. Yours can replace Gigi Leo. After our little conversation, I think he'll give us a wide berth. Any road, we've more worthwhile concerns than shifty merchants, namely getting you conversed well and proper in the tricks of the trade. And the best way to do that is through battle. One of the family is having trouble with a particularly vexing fiend and has sent word asking for assistance. He goes by the name of Arnigus, and he's stationed out near Cutter's Cry. Not much of a fighter, but he's got a keen mind for trade and can find a needle in a stack of needles if need be. We'd best hurry before he ends up at the bottom of some monster's gullet. No, I'll pass, thanks though. Arntel, say hello to Arnigus. It's not his real name, of course. He's as Garlean as we come, but I'd say he makes a passable Highlander in the correct way. Yeah, I'd believe it. Boss, who's this? Are you sure we should be getting an outsider involved? Thank you for your discretion, Arginus, but it ain't needed. He has a personal contract with me, so consider him a mercenary in service to the family. Whatever you say in front of me, you can say in front of him. By your will, boss. A chimera has been making these sands a living hell for anyone who dares to wander into its territory. Which would be us, since our trade routes cut right through it. The men I've hired to carry my goods are scared to death, and I can't blame them. None of us are fit for monster hunting, so I sent for you. We'll see what we can do, Arginus. Might want to find a rock to hide behind, though. Chimeras ain't known for being the most discriminating of beasts. Time to put your new skills to good use, Arntel. You've learned stuff and things. Ready, are we? I'll do it on normal because I'm not pressed for time. Oh god, ants. I'm fucked. It's already over. I should have chosen easy. Let's get on with the hunt, eh? We will need to draw out the chimera with myrmidon meat. Now, to accustom yourself to the Reaper's tools, harvest the souls of the fallen to call forth your avatar. Ah, no! The best Reapers fight in tandem with their avatars. Let's see how you do it. Ignore the fact I didn't mark it. It's fine. I'm going big. Fuck it. Come on. All on the ball, please. Thank you. A little busy, right? Wait, you can shot at 50? Oh, I can't read, ignore me. I have to use Gibbet and Gallows? Okay. 6. I'm just gonna take some notes. Oh no! Panic! Let me in Shroud. It's not fair. Free! It's a great thing. He's got cast bars. Okay, you don't have to only do casts. You can do a few non-casts. It's fine. I have a shield. I can heal myself for this. What level does it get regen at? Like 82? I think? Now, I remember when the regen on Crest of Borrowed Time was like better than having a healer in the party. It was fucking crazy in the first few days of Endwalker, first few weeks even. Just like, oh man, it was so good. I totally get why it had to be nerfed, but man. Bloody impressive work, that. I knew that there was something about you, but truth be told, I didn't expect you to make such clean work of that chimera. I reckon even I might be hard-pressed to match that display. You know talent when you see it, boss, and with that, the cerulean will flow once more. Among his many roles, Arginus is a merchant of sorts. He sells cerulean at a price that make those gill pinchers at Imagina's and Son's bulk. but still turns a pretty profit. We can barely keep up with demand, despite the occasional beast or two button into our affairs. All thanks to you, boss, and our countrymen up north, of course. Here's to getting back to business as usual. Ceruleum ain't easy to come by, as you well know. Imogene and Sons protects their monopoly with a gilded fist, but they've yet to force the Imperial stragglers up north out of the market. Now, but before you go running off to the flames, let me assure you that this arrangement is entirely above board. Selling goods to Imperials is forbidden by law, but there's nary a word writ about buying from them. I know you Eorzeans like to call Garleans by all sorts of colorful names, bastards, tyrants, invaders, and we've got all those and worse. But while many a foul deed has been committed for the glory of the Empire, we ain't megalomaniacs to a man. Even amongst the purebloods, those that serve don't always do so by choice. It could be argued that we're all casualties of the great Machina's ambitions. No small number of the Empire's troops would return home in a heartbeat if they could, but the world being what it is, most settle for sending their family what few coins they can afford to part with. Most Eorzeans wouldn't suffer a whit of color to complicate their black and white view, but if you're going to fight with us, you should learn the truth of our past. Long ago, long before the Empire, our forebears lived in Locus Aminos, down in southern Ilsabard. With temperate climates and fertile earth the land provided, many of us were but simple farmers, harvesting abundant crops with the selfsame scythes the reapers would eventually wield. But gifts are ever the object of envy. When not tilling the fields, our ancestors were forced to defend them. Every year, they yielded a few more ilms. And some 800 years ago now, they were driven from Locus Aminos completely. They fled north to the frozen region that would become Garlemald. Even there, they fought tooth and nail for the scant resources of that frigid land. From the fires of hardship were the first magitech devices forged, and with innovation upon innovation, that humble group of farmers grew into an insatiable empire. But before that miraculous twist of fate, we were a dying breed, bereft not only of magic but of hope itself. With no natural advantages to speak of, our mere survival was in question. From harsh necessity were the reapers born. We turned our tools to weapons and struck a bargain with the whispers in the dark. With the void's power, we could strike at an army's beaten heart, slay their generals, and throw the rank and file into disarray. Our way is to end battles before the sparks catch, to sacrifice the one for the many, to keep avaricious hands away from family, friends, and lovers. And now this power belongs to you. Remember our story. Remember what drives a man to turn to the void, and you'll not be led into deeper temptations. Remember that we once lived. Our work here is done. I'll see you back at headquarters. Where am I going? Oh, you almost got me. Almost got me. For your first outing, you did good. I think you've earned the right to know just who this lot you've thrown yourself in with is. You might have gathered this yourself, but the Lemirs were formed to support those Garleans who are living in exile. Tain't easy to be far from home, let alone in a place where most would sooner gut you than offer a helping hand. Oft, the only place to make a living is in the shadowy corners that lie outside the watchful gaze of the law. Now, I don't expect you to embrace us like brothers and sisters straight away, but know this, I do expect you to apply yourself to this job. In the meantime, I'll be working with the family to ascertain the whereabouts of our prey. I expect that scythe to be like an extension of your own body when next we speak. It's when next we speak, hello? Ah, there you are, looking deadly enough with that scythe to make me weak at the knees. I'd wager it's time we stopped faffing about and made ready to hunt our target. My Lemirs have been hard at work scrapping together what information they can. Let's see what they've got. Everyone here? Good. Arginus, you've met. No further chimera-related incidents you'll be happy to hear. The overly chipper lass there is Herman. Make your acquaintances. Ahoy. As you know, our quarry is a void scent, and he goes by the name Orcus. He's eluded the best, and these two are a step above that. Tell us what you found. By your will, boss. I asked around about unsolved murders and disappearances, seeing if any involved someone matching the description you provided. There are as many missing people as there are grains of sand, and no shortage of tragedies either. One, however, stood out among the rest. A woodcutter in the Black Shroud. Disappeared without a trace. No body, no belongings, nothing. An odd enough occurrence by itself, but the sightings of a stranger with skin pale as snow near his last known whereabouts piqued their interest. Now that's a promising start, but those woods are crawling with bandits and brigands of all sorts. Dusk wights and keepers are said to come in ghostly hues. Are we sure that this man ain't one of them? As sure as I've ever been, boss. Not many bandits have eyes the color of blood. It's a match too close to ignore. I can't gainsay that. We have a lead. If I may, boss, are you sure we need the help of this outsider? How much trouble could one void scent be? Herman, he's standing right there, for God's sake. No, she's right. I've always told you to turn a wary eye to those outside the family. She's just doing her due diligence. But trust me when I say we need every advantage we can afford. I made the mistake of misjudging Orcus' strength before, and for my hubris, my family, my flesh and blood family was slain, all of them. Was planning on holding that back a bit longer, but twas before the Lemirs. I swore two things: I'd repay that suffering 1,000-fold, and I'd never let that bastard take anything away from me again. I mean to keep my vow, and I trust I can count on you to help. You don't have to ask me twice, boss. Your wounds are our wounds, even the ones that became scars. We'll see your vengeance wrought. All these years, I've scrapped I've scrapped to make a place for us. I looked forward to the day he'd pay his dues. And it ain't just for me that we have to hunt him down either. He's a blight on Eorzea itself, and the longer we let it fester, the more suffering it'll spread. We need to corner him now while we have a chance. Are you ready, Arentel? You know those woods as well as any of us, and we'll need your experience if we hope to be back before supper. Much appreciated. Alright, let's get to it then. Herman, I want you here in Ul'dah, keeping your ear to the ground for any news of Orcus' movements. Arginus, you lead us to where this woodcutter disappeared. By your will, boss. That'd be the central shroud, so our best course would be to set off from Bent Branch Meadows. Orcus is an accursed name, feared from Garlemald to Alamigo. I hear tell the people of Girabania bestowed it on a fiend that feasts on the bones of man. So much does it reek of evil incarnate. No, why? Good, you made it. Before we set off, allow me to share the circumstances of our poor woodcutter's disappearance. As I heard it, he disappeared nigh on a week ago. Got lost, so some surmise, but he was a seasoned woodsman, not some high-born traveler who forgot to buy a map. I questioned those closest to him, and none could think of a reason he might want to make himself scarce. He even made plans to meet with friends not long from now, but I expect that promise will go unkept. Sounds like we can rule out a voluntary departure. I believe we can. The last person to see the man alive said he took his axe and ventured northwest. Then, that's where we'll set our trap. Here, Arentel, take these, a Magitech transceiver and a candle that's scented like a Voidsent's favorite libation, blood. Once it's lit and the fumes are wafted through the air, every Voidsent within 30 yalms will come running. If either of us sees Orcus, let's give the other a shout over the transceiver. As I said before, Orcus is inhabiting the body of a man, and he can put on an awfully convincing performance when needs must. Don't give him a chance to work his wiles, or his fangs will be in your neck before you know it. As much as I want to accompany you, I'd only be a liability in a fight. Whether you find Orcus or not, return here and I'll report back to the Lemures. Good luck and good hunting. The boss painted a blood-curdling picture of Orcus, skin pale as the moon and eyes like hellfire. I wouldn't want to run into such a beast on a dark night, or on a sunny day for that matter. Drawn by the maleficent order, a Voidsent rises from the underbrush. Though it bears no resemblance to Orcus, it eyes you with a ferocious hunger. Cool, that's real nifty, dude. Like, so neat. Oh my god, he's not dead. Perish. Anyway. I am so fucking bad about using Soul So. I always forget it. One of my greatest failings as a fucking player of the class. I'm glad to see you in one piece. Now, what's that you have in your hand? You said the voice of the void set was carrying this. That ring, where'd you find it? I see. Then there can be no doubt. The void scent that Arntel slew is the very same one that murdered our woodcutter. Murdered? Are you saying... Aye, while I was searching for a place to set my trap, I spotted a shallow grave, hastily dug and poorly hidden. Under a thin layer of dirt was a body matching the description of the woodcutter, a wholly nondescript fellow, save for the mark of a ring removed from his finger. Doubtless that ring was his demise. Shiny baubles are a common fixation for void scent, probably didn't spare a thought for the owner, only the prize. I suppose we can take comfort in the knowledge that it'll harm no one else. Orcus or not, I'd say this expedition was a success after a fashion. I should apprise the Whalers of what happened, or of what's transpired. You two catch some well-earned rest. Thank you kindly, Arginus. Angris. Well then, I'll see you back at headquarters. You know, I could just teleport. I don't know why I don't. Oh. And there I thought this would finally be over with Arngus has a lead. We're usually toasting our kill the day after, but these are exceptional circumstances. Maybe we didn't get the satisfaction I promised, but sitting here with our heads in our hands won't do us any good. Let's be happy with one less void scent preying on helpless woodcutters. Orcus will pay for what he did. Glad to see a passion for our mission. Apologies, we couldn't make our first outing more memorable. We were on the cusp of ending 2 decades of misery. That's how long ago Orcus came into this world, raging like an animal, free from his cage, and leaving my family dead in his wake. The grief he's caused since then is immeasurable. No matter where his accursed feet take him, his hunger follows, and the realm bleeds to sate it. Of course, we aren't the only ones hunting him, but he's as clever as he is vicious, and not even the finest trackers have been able to keep on his trail for long. Don't lose heart yet, boss. While you were away, I was making the rounds, and I might have found something that'll soon bear fruit. Arginus is following up as we speak. I swear someday that man is going to keel over on my account. Still, there's no one else I'd trust to tell me the difference between truth and hysteria. That being said, his work takes time to do right. Use this chance to hone your skill, and if all goes to plan, next time we speak, you'll have a golden opportunity to test them. No word yet from Arjunus Darantel. I've always admired his thoroughness. Me, I don't have the patience for that sort of work. That's why he's the brains and I'm the muscle. Apologies, Darantel, but we're still waiting on Arjunus to come through. There's not much for you to do around here until then, unless you have a knack for cleaning. Herman is good at weeding out promising stories and whatnot, but getting to the truth of those stories is a craft as delicate as weaving. I'm sure you've seen firsthand how one bad bit of information can lead to elaborate plans coming apart at the seams. Boss. Calm down, lad. Breathe. What's gotten into you? It's Arjunus. He's been murdered. What? Tell me I heard that wrong. I'm afraid not. The brass blades found him half buried in the sands not bells ago, just laying there like some bloody animal carcass. They're bringing him to Erlang's burial chamber as we speak. Lang? Whoever did this doesn't know the reckoning they've got coming. Before I'm done with them, they'll be begging to crawl back into their mother's womb. I want justice. I want justice as much as you, Herman. I do. But it's times like these we need to look to the boss for guidance. As you can see, Darantel, emotions are running high. I should stay here until Herman cools off. Can you let the boss know we're standing by and waiting for a command? Like it's not, she's gone to pay her respects. I can't believe Herman is dead. I mean, Arjunus. I'm so distraught right now. That's over by the Optometer's Guild, right? It is... Hang on. Take me to Thaumaturge's Guild. Sorry, Darantel. I ain't in the mood for chit-chat. Where's the bloody keeper? My lady, prithee, the dead must be let to rest. The dead are going to have one more among them if you don't shut your trap and listen. The brass blades brought a body in a body not long ago. Show me to it. Ah, yes, that they did. But are you the deceased's family? If not, I'm afraid we cannot. Family. Arjunus was like a son to me. Like a son, ordinarily, that would be... He is interred in the innermost coffin. However, I must advise you not to gaze upon the body. Madam, if she insists, then so be it. God damn it, Arjunus. I told you not to go and get yourself. Don't, Darantel. This isn't for you. I'm sorry for barging in here and for all the bluster. If you can forgive my my rudeness. Promise me that Arginus gets sent off well and proper. Of course, he shall be. However, if you wish to inter him within the city gates, well, such sought-after space comes at no small expense. I don't care what it costs. Just send your man to the Lemir's headquarters to collect what you require. Until I appreciate you coming to find me, but there's someone else I have to speak with first. I'm heading to Stone's Throw. Come along if you please, but come along in silence. Which gate is that? Gate of Nald? Gate of Nald. Gate of Nald. This is where Arginus' dear wife earns her living. Best get this over with. Arginus never forgot the debt he owed you, the debt we both owed you. Even so, his loyalty ran even deeper than that. It's a strange thing to look back to the people we were, a decade younger and a lifetime more foolish. Young lovers, proud patriots, blissfully ignorant, returning to Locus Aminus, the cradle of our people. A triumphant homecoming for the Garleans after centuries in exile. The once mighty invaders had been laid low and driven back whence they came. It was a banner day when Arginus was honored with a post there. The honor and pride quickly faded when we saw the truth of Locus Aminus. We hadn't just defeated our enemies, we had clapped them in irons and condemned them to a life of servitude. Descendants of those who driven our ancestors north so many generations ago made to pay for the crimes of their forebears. His superiors were certainly pleased with the poetry of it all. Arginus, however, he could not simply look away from their suffering, let alone take pleasure in it. Confronted with the reality of the place we would call home, his conscience demanded he take action. He began cooperating with the resistance, but the eyes of the Frumentarium are all seeing. Before long, he was outed as a sympathizer. It was only by the grace of good fortune that we escaped with our lives. I've often lain awake at night, wondering if he had outlived his usefulness to the resistance. Or perhaps it was a petty senior officer that orchestrated our fall. Regardless of the cause, the outcome was the same. We would never return to the Empire. We fled to Eorzea by way of Raz-Datan, the only route open to us. It wasn't soon after stepping foot on the docks of Limsa Lomensa that your luck ran out. As I recall, stopped by Yellow Jackets and accused of being Imperial spies. But we still managed to make an escape. We ran and ran, terrified that our pursuers would one day catch up to us. That is, until we met you. Had you not taken us under your wing when you did, I shudder to imagine our fate. Your gratitude's the last thing I deserve, lass. If I hadn't sent Arginus off on my damned fool's errand, he'd still be alive. It was Orcus that killed him, and no mistake. He died for my vengeance, and I can't tell you how sorry I am. No need to apologize, I know. I know he was happy. As long as he was helping you, he was happy. The blame for his death doesn't rest on your shoulders. It rests on the man, the monster, that murdered him in cold blood. And I expect you to see he answers for this crime, for me and for Arginus. I will, lass. I will. Unless I swear everything that I have to swear. We need to talk, Arntel. Somewhere with fewer prying eyes. Come meet me at the bridge to the north. Okay, but like, she might not be here later, so like... My beloved, I could have been by your side. Pat pat, very sad. I owe you an apology, Arntel, for not telling you everything about me and Orcus from the start. I dragged you into a fight against a foe that's cunning, brutal, and utterly merciless. I thought with all us together, we'd tip the scales in our favor. But I was wrong, and Arginus paid the price for my hubris. That void scent you tracked in the Black Shroud was likely one of Orcus's minions. I was too caught up in my grand scheme to realize it at the time. I should have thought about why I tried to hide that body. Your common void scent wouldn't have the guile to bury a man, to bury a kill. But what if Orcus taught it that as a way to throw trackers off its scent, and to dangle bait for me and mine? Orcus has used that same trick in the past, and he knows that we know it too. By dispatching his minion, we drew his attention. Arginus was a warning. Orcus doesn't give his prey swift deaths. He toys with them, cuts into them, and savors with screams. That's how I knew he was responsible. It's like a signature, the way he leaves the bodies when he's had his fill. I only pray Arginus didn't take the suffering with him to the next life. Orcus will be coming for you or me next. Not right away though. That'd be giving up the game. He wants us to keep looking over our shoulders, sleeping with one eye open. He'll wear us down without even lifting a finger. And when he finally strikes, we'll be dead in our feet, playthings for him to do as he pleases. That won't do. We need to bring the fight to him. No more waiting around for a lead to come to us. It won't be easy, but I can still count on your help. Can I still count on your help? For Arginus. I'm fully sold. Thank you, Arntel. And if you've got no qualms risking life and limb to fight for Arginus, to fight for me, then I've got no qualm calling you a member of the family. Family, a curious word that. Oh fuck, you can teleport. Bloody, it's him, Arntel, Orcus. I was expecting horns. Some persistent rats were nibbling at my tail. I should have known by their stench it was you and yours. Ursula, or should I call you... granddaughter? Shut your mouth, you thrice-damned monster. Monster? Is there any way to greet a beloved elder? Children these days. It seems one death wasn't punishment enough for you. A second should suffice for this scant remainder of your being. Arentel, we're ending this here and now. Follow my lead. I thought we might save our reunion for a while longer. If you insist, I shall feast upon your beating heart here and now. Die, she said calmly. Naught but dregs left in that desiccated vessel of yours. Too long has the hide been left in the sun. But your family has been replenished with fresh blood, I see. My, what a bounteous soul this one has. Your scythe may be dull, but your eye is as sharp as ever. Blinding as the sun, pure as the snow. Delectable as a boar slathered in grease. I had thought to make a quick meal of you, but perhaps just this once forbearance is in order. Such a singular specimen must be given time to fatten, to fulfill its succulent potential. It would be a travesty to consume you ere you achieve perfection. When your soul is ripe with fear, swollen with hatred, and fit to burst with despair, I shall return for you, Arentel, and I shall gorge. Until that time, sup well, my growing whelp. Curse these old bones. He was right in front of me. I could have ended it in one swing. For a moment, just one moment, I saw it all again. My family slaughtered, lying at his feet. My life slipping away, and that was enough. Doubtless you have more than a few questions. I'll answer them, I promise, but now is not the time, trust me. Standing around, kicking the sand won't change what's done. Let's return to headquarters and let the wind cool our heads. Then we can consider our next course of action. I did it again. God damn it. I am so glad you lose jog in between maps. I fucking just random. Oh, it's a pickaxe. Okay, I was gonna say, it's a fucking random ass crossbow. Well, if it ain't Arentel, no, I read the gate guard. I was doing so good. The boss told me everything. The bastard Orcus is going to get what's coming to him. He thinks he knows pain. Well, he hasn't met me. It was my own fault. If I hadn't stood there slack-jawed, if I wasn't so damn slow, we'd be rid of that abomination once and for all. What you saw used to be my grandfather before Orcus took over. He looks green enough to be my own grandchild now. Trick of the void, like as not. There's no secret that if a void scent doesn't want to devour you, it probably wants to take possession of your flesh, but Orcus has a particular talent for it. And as you doubtless surmised, he's got an insatiable craving for aether. Killing is only a prelude to the act of gulping down our essence, like a draught of ale after a day's work. He's old, I can't say exactly how old, and he's acquired a taste for the finer things. Seems your soul counts among the finest he's ever seen. Things just keep getting better for us, don't they? Wouldn't be the first time someone set their sights on my soul. And it won't be the fucking last. Goddamn. Is that so? Used to be a prize pig, are we? Any road, it's clear that safety is no longer something we can take for granted. Not even in a crowded street. Not even in the middle of the day. Keep your eyes peeled and watch out for those terrible red eyes. We're sitting chocobos for the moment, but I'll think of something and send for you as soon as I can. Until then, never sleep far from your scythe. I am going to take a very brief break. I need to use the restroom. In the meantime, this is one of my more favorite songs in the OST. I'm back. Oh? If the boss says your family, then your family. Let's put that bastard in the dirt, eh? For Arginus. Glad to see Orcus hasn't sunk his teeth into you yet, Arentel. Don't go thinking he's given up on trying, though. He's out there savoring you from a distance. Can't resist checking in and its prize. Just as he can't resist seeking out morsels to tide him over till his feast. The reports we've received, a man pale as death skulking about the sands is proof of that. Then there's the matter of this blunted dagger. We don't know who sent it, but we do know what it means. The warning, commonly used by the less savory elements in Ul'dah, a warning that the next one will be delivered sharp and straight to our bellies. More fooled them. They have no notion of what we faced and lived, thinking we'd soil our small clothes over empty threats. Let's hope it's nothing more than that. Nothing more than that, lass, seeing as we need to follow up on these reports sooner than later. Anyone fancy a bit of fresh air? If we catch a whiff of Orcus's foul stench, all the better. Arentel, I want you to ask around near Blackbush Station, and I'll head just 2 stones throw. When you're done, we'll meet there and we'll share what we've dug up. Not every member of the family has the means or the inclination to live in the jewel of the desert. Some settle for living with it with a little less luster. I recognize that self-assured stride, the mark of a man ready to take on the world and then some. He must be the Eorzean Reaper the boss sent word about. I'm almost disappointed to tell you nothing is amiss. The soldier in me would have loved to see a Reaper in action, once fought in the Imperial Army, though you wouldn't think it to look at me now. I served proudly under Lord Valens in my youth, until the day he ordered us to use common folk as fodder in some pointless skirmish. I refused and was sentenced to death for my candor. Needless to say, I didn't keep that appointment. Compared to that evil, toothless threats and ghosts are no bother. But the less jaded are more excitable. One lass in particular has been jumping at the shadows. Lass, I think. She claims to have seen all manner of terrors, but I suspect she'd be startled by her own reflection. Still, if you want to lend an ear to her delusions, you can find her in Lost Hope. Things are quiet in these parts, save for that lass telling anyone who will listen about the things she's seen in the dark. Find her in Lost Hope if you're in the mood for a bone-chillin' yarn. Valens is the one from the Sorrows of Werlet, right? Pretty sure. Oh, hello, who are you? Oh, did Ursula receive my missive? She's sent someone to rid us of this terrible evil waiting in the wings. Truly, she cares for us as if we really were her flesh and blood, which is more than I can say about my own. Not once have I longed to return to the life of comfort I left behind in Garlemald, and I have Ursula to thank for that. She isn't the reason I left home in the first place. Of course, had I not met my beloved, I would likely have still be feasting on lemon cakes in ignorance. In ignorance of love, of freedom, I found the former in Garlemald, and the latter in Eorzea. As our new life blossomed into something beautiful, not every day has been easy, not even most days, but Ursula's watchful eye has kept us safe, and our freedom is worth any measure of hardship. Such terrible fear gripped my heart when my beloved told me of the pale man he spied on the sands. But now that the family has come to help, I can breathe a sigh of relief. I'm sure you wish to know precisely where to find that horrid creature, but I cannot help him half so well as my beloved might. Seek him in the southeast, and pray put an end to this nightmare. The mere thought of that pallid skin sets my heart racing in terror. Seek out my beloved, so we might find finally put paid to this menace. He should be just southeast of here, seeking inspiration for his latest masterpiece. Through defiled mists the hunter doth now shred, tracking the scent of quarry others dread. In darkest night cry for a keeper, lo, by your side he walks, the reaper. Apologies for the effusive display, my friend. I am a poet, you see, and cannot resist putting into words the flood of emotions that accompanies such a striking figure as yours. You're not Orcus. Monster! The bloodlust emanating from this void scent is potent and powerful. I wouldn't call it pale though, it's more red. Maybe crimson or sanguine. Well, there are more pressing matters at hand. Okay, if you say so. Like, I don't know if I agree, but go off, King. Thank you, my savior, my godsend. Would that I could have aided you, but alas, a poet's pen is of little use in battle. Unless, of course, that battle involves not swords and scythes, but words. Just ask the sire of my beloved, who is even now licking the wounds dealt by the invective verse I composed after he had the gall to forbid our union. A masterwork of scathing metaphor and subtle alas, for all their pretensions, nobles are anything but subtle in their rage. We were forced to flee, to abandon our homes, and with only our love for sustenance. Nevertheless, I regretted not a single moment of our life in exile. In Eorzea we found an unexpected treasure, freedom. Freedom of mind and freedom of heart. But I digress. Surely you did not seek me out simply to save my life and leave with a nod and smile. Do you wish to commission a poem? The Pale Man. I encountered him whilst wandering these arid wastes in search of inspiration. I felt the gaze of some terrible presence upon my back, and when I turned to meet it, he was standing there, grinning like a butcher in a bullpen. He wore robes much too thick for these scorched sands, and his skin looked as if it had never been kissed by the blazing sun. Worst of all, his eyes were as two bottomless pools of blood. I feared my end had come, but then he vanished as quickly as he had appeared. Perhaps I've been reckless. Recent incidents make it clear that the cost of inspiration is higher than I am willing to pay. I shall return to my beloved for both my safety and hers. Thank you again, my savior. Reaper is one of my more favorite classes in the game. But like honestly though, if I just start like going like, oh, this is my favorite class, I'm gonna be like that one asshole who just says that they're all his favorite class. I really only have like 3 jobs I don't like as much as others, you know? Even Dragoon, like, you know, the only issue with Dragoon is that like it takes me like 30 hours of game time to like get back into the groove with it. There you are, and another one of his accursed minions. Well, I suppose we can take comfort in the fact that none of the family came to harm, you yourself included. Well done. Speaking of which, what do you think of this family you've been thrust into? Speak freely, I haven't lived this long, but by taking offense at opinions I don't want to hear. No, that's not what I want to do. Go away. I didn't mean to hit space. Seems like any other family to me. Ha, seen some odd families then, I reckon. I'd like to think we're one of a kind, though. A collection of cast-offs unfit to live under the Empire's boot. Yours truly included. Much as some enlightened types might tell you otherwise, people like to have a say in the life they lead. That's what separates us from those bugs over there. Born queens, workers, drones, bred into roles ingrained so deeply that they wouldn't know how to live otherwise, for the glory and prosperity of the hive. But we've got it. But we've got it in us to be different. Might be born into farmers, soldierin, or politicking, but we can choose to walk a different path whenever the fancy should strike. Taint in our nature to accept our lot without question. No, we have to believe in something, put our faith in it. Only then will we deign to march in step. And indeed, faith of a savage stripe is one way to get us dancing to the same tune. Others might be compelled through faith in logic or law, intangible, invisible, yet cause enough for killing and conquering if it suits the queen. The invaders have sullied our birthright for 8 centuries. No longer. We march for Locus Amunos. With a few righteous words, his radiance, Solus Zos Galvus whipped the hive into a frenzy. Once that fire is burning, the passion of the masses can't soon be quelled. What was once a wish for home became a holy mission to spread enlightenment. Enlightenment which would not suffer such beliefs as the beastmen held. Countless scores rendered up their lives on the altar of empire, until an entire continent was united under a single Magitech fist. For those who still dreamed the dream of unity, a deed worthy of song, yet some awoke to see it for the tyranny it was, my grandfather Rolus included. The talents of the Reapers are passed down through bloodlines. Rolus was the best of us, and the most accomplished and most feared in the Order's long history. The duty of the Reapers, our role in the hive, if you will, was to deliver our countrymen from corrupt and power-hungry tyrants. When Garlemald found religion in conquest, its appetite grew to be insatiable. My grandfather pondered this conundrum for many sleepless nights and came to a decision. He would relieve Solus Zos Galvus of his life. 20 years ago, he slipped into the deepest chambers of the Imperial Palace, silent as a shadow until he could hear the Emperor's beating heart. Yet when Rolus returned to me, Solus was alive and well. My grandfather, on the other hand, had a skittishness to his step, and his black hair had turned a pale white. He said naught of his encounter with the Emperor, save that the most powerful man in Garlemald was no man at all. Shamed in his defeat, my grandfather sought greater power. Bit by bit, he gave more of himself over to the Voidsent behind his avatar. Orcus struck when Rolus was weakest, taking his flesh and soul in one fell swoop. When he was finished, not a mote of my grandfather remained in that body. There was only Orcus. The fiend flew into a rapturous frenzy. My family was his first victims. I remember his chill. I remember the chill of his teeth sinking into my flesh, gnawing until they reached my very essence. Now I'm standing here before you. How am I standing here before you then? Oh, Orcus gorged on a soul that night, but it wasn't mine. Not exactly. It was my avatar that filled his belly. Seems that was all he could stomach. Some might consider that a lucky twist of fate, but I had little time to ponder my fortune. Fled soon as I was able. His radiance never looked kindly on those trying to end his life, or their families. I wandered about for years until I settled here and started seeking out others like me. Others who had awoken from the Empire's dream. The mirrors is what we call the spirits of the dead in the Garlean tongue. A fitting moniker for those ever... a fitting moniker if there ever was one. Waking up from a long sleep ain't unlike climbing out of the grave. I can attest to that. Son, I'll be bleeding. Remind me not to give such long-winded speeches when the sand is blown in my face. I'm heading back for some ale. See you at the headquarters. Alright, back to headquarters. Let's see if I can remember to use the Aetherite this time. Right, stop. Turn. Aetherite. Spin. Well, if it ain't Arentel, you headed in? Welcome back, boss. How was the family? Shaken but unharmed aside from some tousled hair and mangled verse. Orcus left one of his minions behind as a gift, but Arentel made quick work of it. I always said he was a keeper. You have an eye for the fierce of heart. I wager he could slay Orcus all on his own. Not that we'd let him take all the glory. Of course we wouldn't. We'll all be there when Orcus tries to take his prize. I don't think we'll be waiting long either. Orcus said he'd strike when Arentel was ripe with fear and hatred and despair, seasonings he's loath to forego. I've an inkling how he might try to draw out those emotions, finish off a half-eaten meal besides. Right you are, Dursula. How many nights did you mourn your last avatar, the wellspring of your power? I must say it was quite the dish. Ah, I think not. Move so much as a finger and her head will hit the floor. Oh, that's it, Arentel. That fire. I want to see it burn. I want to see it rage. I want to see the hatred seep into the depths of your soul. I shall make this Dursula's final breath. Or this one. It is very hard to choose. I was right not to give in to my baser instincts, to allow the thought of your taste to simmer in my mind as you and Dursula formed a bond, a kinship even. Born from an understanding of her inconsequential ideals, that you may better appreciate the bitter loss. But perhaps I should wait a while longer, to let the flavor of your hatred mature and the tang of your malice ripen. I can make use of Dursula yet, revel in her screams, exult in her misery. Ah, how splendid it will be. All the while my prize piglet growing fat with loathing and succulent terror. Patience rewards the dutiful gourmand. After all, when your tantalizing flavor is fully matured, I shall return, and I shall reap my harvest. Goddamn void-sent bastards. Soulless pieces of shite. Swift that sodding demon spawn. Aye, that's the spirit. Right, we need a plan. First things first, find out where Orcus is hiding. The rest of the family should be able to help with that. In the meantime, you need to prepare. I know you're good Arantel, but we can't leave the boss's life to chance. Sharpen your skills and your scythe, and sharpen them once more. The boss can do naught against Orcus without her avatar. That means you'll have to do the heavy lifting. Of course, I'll do what I can to afford you an advantage. You can count on that for Ursula. When I get my hands on him, oh, Arantel, listen. We found out where the boss is being held. I'm warning you, the how of it isn't pretty. An envelope arrived at headquarters this morning. I opened it, and inside was shite. Inside was a letter written in blood. There's no doubting whose it was. Orcus is reveling in his own cruelty. The letter said he was waiting for us at dusk vigil. Gods know what he's doing to her now. We called on every able-bodied member of the family for this one. We're heading out as soon as everyone's assembled. I don't think the poet should come. I'm just gonna say it. We're here, Herman, and more are waiting outside. We're ready to repay the debt we owe Ursula with our lives if we must. With souls courageous, hearts of hardened steel, for leader's sake, for family's ideal, into the demon's lair they soon shall tread, to end his terror foul, his reign of dread. I really don't think the poet should come. The boss would beam with pride to see this group of cold-blooded killers. Alright, Arantel, we're ready when you say the word. I'm going alone. This is a job for a Reaper. The Reaper alone. What? Now we might not hold a candle to the likes of you, but we've got skills. You'll need someone to distract Orcus, right? Then you can move in for the kill while his back is turned. Don't tell us to stay here with our thumbs up our asses while the boss is suffering. Ursula wouldn't want you throwing your lives away. What do you know about what she wants? Herman, listen, maybe he's right. I know he's right, goddammit. Doesn't mean it doesn't chafe. The boss wouldn't trust just any man with the Reaper's arts, and Arantel has proven himself worthy time and again. Over these last 3 quests, if you're going alone, take that with you. For the boss, no self-respecting Reaper can reap without their scythe. Where would I get that? I might have it in my glamour dresser. I kind of want to glamour my scythe after that, just, you know, for thematic reasons. Now go and make Orcus rue the day he crossed into this world. 100%, no problem. I'm gonna feed my avatar on him. Sounds like a beautiful plan. Alright, it's been a minute. Time for a side quest. Let's go. I gotta find that scythe. I'm reasonably so I've got 3 stops. The first stop is gonna be my glamour dresser, because I might still have it. I probably don't, but I might. My second stop is going to be the Calamity Salvager in my house. Actually, you are kidding me. That is so stupid, and I hate it, and it's dumb. Anyway, Reaper. Lamau, okay, that's fine. Next stop. Actually, there's a Calamity Salvager in Ulda. Next stop, Calamity Salvager. Which I do believe is here. He's like right around where the Blue Mage Shut is. This way. Hey! Calamity Salvager. Job specific gear. Level 80. Okay, next stop. Next stop. We got Old Charlian. I was really confident the Calamity Salvager would have it. There it is. Nope. No. I will beat Goldio one day. I'm gonna have to get into Blue Mage at some point. And by get into, I mean, like, you know, touch again, because I've already got Blue Mage going. I want to say I've unlocked... What is that? I don't know. I want to say that I've unlocked, all of Blue Mage's stuff. Like, all of its best spells, rather. Except for maybe one. Physical DPS... This one... Thank you! Cast Glamour... Death Sickle... Here we go! Wait, and now... Wait... Is that the same one? I'm like 95% sure it's the same one, and 95 is good enough for me. No, I can delete it now. New Game Plus. I love the Nautilus Knoweth so much. I just really wish that it wasn't a like near 100-hour commitment to get. It's like, what is that, like over 500 fates? Because you have to like, do all the fates in every Endwalker zone. Fully max it out. Oh man, it's just not worth it. It honestly may have been faster if I'd gone to the Dravanian Forelands and flew down. Oh, I've got a minute. So, Dynamis is still dead, man. And, like, I remember talking about it, like, forever ago, how, like, surely Dynamis would, like, pick up in the next patch, or the next patch, or the next, or surely when, like, Dawn Trail drops. I honestly think that the only way that Dynamis is gonna come to life requires, the next expansion to be really fucking good in, like, all respects. Like, the next, whatever comes next needs to be fucking amazing in, like, every way. Like, the jobs have to be good, the writing has to be fucking immaculate, and on top of that, they need to regain at least a good chunk of the community favor they've kind of lost over the past couple months, which only some of that is justified IMO, but I've gone into that before. and then they need to spend some of that good community favor and shuffle the worlds. Now, I've heard tell that they've done it before, where they've moved worlds from populous data centers onto less populous data centers. But I really begin to think that might be the only way to like really bring Dynamis to life, is if Dynamis just like, if like Aether, Primal, and Crystal all give 2 worlds to Dynamis, and then Dynamis gives 2 worlds or 6 worlds to them. Like, so it's just like spread out. But like, that's like, I don't think that that'll be taken very well. Alternatively, like, you know, 8.0 is just such a masterpiece in every regard. It's literally like the best game ever released ever, somehow, and it's amazing, and like, how the fuck did you manage this type shit? Like, holy fuck. And just, it brings in another massive surge of players, which is like all flood into Dynamis because it's Dynamis, and it's empty, and like that's where all the world openings are, and then it just kind of goes from there. But you know, I feel like one of those is more doable and likely than the other, you know. And then lest we forget the third option, which is I don't know, because you know, there's like some aspect of this whole situation that I'm not thinking of, or don't know about, or both. Probably both. Anyway. There you are, Arntel, my prize repast. Come forward. How did you get this number? New phone, who dis? That's right, I brought an exact replica. Shit. I can smell it. Your fear, your hatred. Your tender, marbled soul, my masterpiece, ripe for the slaughter. I'll savor every bite, strip the flesh from your bones, crack them open to sup upon the marrow for moons. How I hungered, how I thirsted, enraptured by the thought of your sweet essence trickling down my throat. Never have I suffered so in waiting, but in beholding your magnificence, I see it was worth every agonizing pain. I do not expect you to leap into my maw willingly, nor do I desire it. I want you to writhe and struggle unto your dying breath. Anyway, I have Enshroud now, so, sorry, I technically don't have Enshroud because I technically shouldn't have Enshroud, but I have Enshroud because that's how level sync works. Yo, dude, why are you using AoE spells? That's fucking cringe. You're really hurting your damage right now. I am going to hit you with the double Enshroud. I want you to be ready for that. I want to get one more thing. Oh, free blood? You shouldn't have. I'm pretty sure at 80 you still have to fully fill your soul bar to do the double Enshroud. Oh, those make puddles. How about that? Get out here, bitch. I'm the only one allowed to use cheese here. here it goes. No, I fucked it up. I fucked up the double intro. Oh, no. All that hype, I just... At least I didn't waste my enshroud, right? Very good. Defiance becomes you. Though it begins to bore me. A noise, rather. 'Tis past time you bared your belly for my blade. Prey's sole purpose is to satisfy. Bad one, make me alone. My word, your aim is terrible. Pain sounds. Get fucking wrecked. Get fucking wrecked. How? There should be nothing left of you. Should have learned to chew your food more thoroughly. Fools. The both of you. I won't die so easily. Now our feast begins. Oh. Ooh, I can retry double and I did lose a fucking goddammit. You made me waste an enshroud, you bastard! Alright, one more. No, I want their blood. Oh, okay, we enshroud first. 1, 2 G, 3 G, 5 GCDs. Okay, this is fine. And then I do this. There we go. Double enshroud. I get none of the cool leaves, but it's fine. At least, Gluttony fits into the buff window, so that helps. You know, it helps make it feel kind of satisfying, even though you don't get, like, the actual double control. I would argue that double enshroud is one of the more satisfying things in a job. It almost makes up for losing, fucking maintaining Enochian. Look, dude, I'm gonna need you to, like, stop zoning me. I'm eating it. I don't even care. I don't even give a shit. You think you're hot shit? Didn't even give me a bone stack. Pathetic. No. The honor is yours, Ursula. Thank you, Arntel. Dripping with fear, boiled in hatred, I can still smell its exquisite aroma. Just a taste. It's done. Let's get back to two headquarters, Arndel. Boss, Arntel. Sorry for causing you all no end of worry. In tracking me down, you risked life and limb, and for that I thank you, all of you. You didn't risk anything. We just sat here praying until you and Arntel walked through that door. Don't be so hard on yourself, lass. I know each and every one of you would have joined him if he hadn't talked some sense into you. We owe you our lives, boss. We owed it to you to return the favor. You're more than I deserve. Who forces them that they hold dear into a personal vendetta? Who leads family to their death? Arginus was no fool. He knew and accepted the risks. He placed his faith in you because he believed Orcus had to be stopped. He was right. There'll be no more victims to mourn. He helped you to achieve that victory. It'd be enough for him, and it'll be enough for me. You're right. This ain't the time for Skulkin. Arginus would be the first to tell me that. Now is the time to honor his sacrifice, to toast those we have lost and those still by our sides. And to thank the brave souls that led us here. That means you, Arntel, much as I'd like to take credit for Orcus's demise. It was a long, bloody road, but this marks the end of your first assignment as a Reaper. And what an assignment it was, eh? You might not be Garlean, but you tackled your task with a singular resolve that impressed the most hardened soldier. I'm proud to call you family. We may have founded the Lemures to provide a home for wayward Garleans. But we're not so different, Garleans and Eorzeans. No great revelation that, but moments like these help to put it all into perspective. This family was a dream that gave us the strength to survive in a strange land. But the beautiful thing about dreams, if you ask me, is that they can change, that they can get better. So I say that from this day forward, the Lemures will be united not by origin, but by purpose. Brothers and sisters, bound by shared convictions. I don't think anyone will object to that, boss. The Lemures are ready to welcome people of all stripes. Starting with you, Arentel, though it was all but official already, eh? Aye, here's to the birth of a new family, brother. What a day it's been, eh? Hope it'll be a while yet before I have occasion to yammer on that much again. Too much talking's liable to put me in a sentimental mood, or worse, make me dewy-eyed. So let's leave it at that, eh? You ever get weary from the weight of the world on your shoulders? Know that our doors will always be open. And if you need an ear to bend, a shoulder to weep on, or a stiff bottle to jump inside, I'll be right here, brother. Brother. As your avatar sucks upon the souls of fallen foes, something, I gained the ability I was already using. It's always a pleasure to see you walk through those doors, Arentel. I know it's not very homely in here, but feel free to kick your feet up wheresoever you can. We're doing as well as can be expected, all things considered. Arjunus left some shoes that are proven hard to fill. We found ourselves with less gil on hand than we are accustomed to. Herman's doing all she can, bless her heart. As much as she claims to hate using her head, she showed a sharp mind for trade. And thanks to her, our cerulean business is getting back on track. Arjunus' wife is making do, you'll be glad to hear. She's running her own stall and doing a fine job at it by all accounts. I just hope that if anyone in the family needs my help, I'll be around to give them what they need. I've heard tell of what happened in Garlemald, but just because the Empire is gone, it doesn't mean that everyone who's fled its clutches has a burning desire to return home. I take it the Lemures will be ruled off for some time yet. And with that, we have wrapped up the Reaper quests. I'm going to leave it there. Next time I stream, I'm not sure. I don't think I'll do Viper or Pictomancer quite yet. Definitely not Viper, because I have to remake its thumbnail now that I've had that wonderful revelation. Probably. Pictomancer, I don't know. Honestly speaking, the next one I do will probably be Summoner. Maybe Scholar. I remember less about Summoner, which is what makes it more tempting. But I'm going to wrap up here. I want to thank anyone for stopping by who did. I really appreciate anyone who gives me the time of day. And until I stream again, have a good one, all.